Hello everybody, welcome to Blue Marble Science. Nathan Oakley's really upset with me. The other day on his show, just a simple mention of the gas pressure without a sealed container experiment that we did sent Nathan on a 10-minute tirade. Huey joined in at the end of it. You know, I think these boys need a little bit of special love. So I'll tell you what. Warning. Severe monitor and facial damage alert is in effect. Get out those oven mitts. Push the monitors back out of punching range. I'm going to leave my mitts off. I want those two to feel the full effect of this. Gladys? Let's light this dumpster fire and have some fun.
That's nice, but that doesn't undo the container.
We're talking about gas pressure and the necessary antecedent for gas pressure. So if you globetards could show us how to have pressure without a container, then you have something to talk about. But you can't demonstrate that here on Earth.
It has been demonstrated, perfectly well. It has been. Yeah, Blue Marble Science showed it to you.
No, he didn't.
Oh my
BlueMarbleScience showed it to us, really.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, it was an open container. It was
open container. What a dick. So he showed us gas pressure without a container, and you say yes. He showed us an open container. That would be a container, Brenda.
So still moving the goalpost around, are you, Nathan? You know, when you started out, you guys, you, QE, all the rest of you, said that you could only have gas pressure in a sealed container. And you know something? You were right. In fact, here's QE saying exactly that.
But if the container is not sealed, the gas will escape.
The citation you see on the screen is from Arizona University, and I know QE uses Arizona University quite frequently in a lot of his citations, so I'm sure you must trust this source, correct? Let's see what it says here. When gas is placed in a sealed container, the collisions of the randomly moving gas molecules with the sides of the container is the gas pressure. And buddy, when they say sides, they mean the top and the bottom. You got to have all the sides, not just some of them. But it goes on and it says this: the Earth's atmosphere is contained by the force of gravity. In other words, without gravity, the atmosphere would just spread out into outer space. This results in a layer of gas surrounding the planet, and a gas pressure or air pressure is exerted on all objects immersed in the atmosphere, including us. How about that?
It was open. It was open.
Sorry, are you deaf? Are you going to do an RC Meisty and just repeat the same thing 6 times to get my blood pressure as high as possible? Yes, I've addressed that shite. I've pointed out that the word container was in the description of the thing he used. Open container. Yeah, container then.
It's a pipe dream.
It's an open container.
So definitely not a demonstration of gas pressure without a container. This would be a demonstration of gas pressure with a container.
You need to have a closed container.
Sorry, you're putting your fundy stipulation on open versus closed.
But if the container is not sealed, the gas will escape.
Sorry, your fundy sky marble in a vacuum has no walls like this pipe analogy, so I don't really understand why the hell you're even bringing it up, as our definition is in regards to the necessary antecedent of containment. Now you're saying that it's open. All right, so a tyre with a puncture is no longer a container. An open bottle is no longer a container. Are you insane? To have gas pressure, you need containment. It is as simple as that. He did not demonstrate that. That is incorrect. You are wrong and have proven yourself to be wrong by saying open container.
But
well, that's a container, Brenda.
That would
so
help.
you're wrong.
I think that you have these walls of the container, so these particles will press on the walls. So you have to have an upper wall, basically, a ceiling, somehow.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's a container, Brenda. So you're wrong.
So if you have a puncture in your tire...
So you're wrong, and I don't want to discuss anything beyond you saying, yes, that's correct. He did indeed have a container. Unlike the assertion I made that he demonstrated gas pressure without one. He did have one, and I need to hear that before we discuss anything further, Brenda.
Can you have pressure?
Don't ask me anything. Say, I understand, Nathan. My incorrect idiocy that I asserted that he didn't have a container was wrong. I thought an open container isn't a container because I'm dumb. That's what I want to hear. I don't want more questions from a retard.
A tire with a puncture.
Excuse me, don't talk about tire. Talk about your assertion that Hillbilly Blue Balls demonstrated gas pressure without a container by way of an open container.
Why haven't you and Kiwi explained this, Nathan? Why is it all you want to do is try to redefine a pressurized gas container? You only did that because you saw this. That's an open-ended pipe, Nathan. It's been sitting there for more than 3 hours. It's showing 0.35 inches water gauge gas pressure right now. How can that be? According to you guys, that pressure should immediately equalize. We're not talking about entropy. We're talking about pressure here. This thing should go to zero pressure virtually instantaneously, but it doesn't. And you can't explain that, can you? You know what? I can. It's called gravity.
Yeah, a tire with a puncture.
Not tire. He didn't use a tire. Your assertion was in regards to Hillbilly Blue Balls. You're clearly deaf and need it asserting 16 times. What's the problem here? Have you got hearing deficiencies or comprehension deficiencies? That's a new question.
A tire.
Not a tire. You keep saying a tire, a tire, a tire, a tire. No, you asserted quite specifically that Hillbilly Blue Balls demonstrated gas pressure without a container. He did not.
Hillbilly Blue Balls?
I'm going to give you one last chance to address your incorrect assertion that an open container would be a demonstration of gas pressure without a container. That would be wrong, and I want you to damn well address it, or you don't ask and you don't say another word beyond my assertion that Hillbilly Blue Balls, or whatever the hell you're going to start that assertion starts with. That's what you're going to now concede, because you are wrong.
No, those were your conditions.
Sorry, I have said the same thing for about the last year and a half. Gas pressure without a container. You've said, yes, that's been demonstrated by Hillbilly Blue Balls. It hasn't. You are wrong. Don't critique the criteria that's been laid down for well over a year. I don't care if you like the criteria. Your assertion in the here and now is wrong.
That's a lie. We have...
Get out. A liar, stupid dumb cow. You are wrong, and you're just so stupid and proud that you cannot admit when you're wrong.
And then, of course, there is the man himself.
You can do. I just wanted to slip in that one debating point, which is when they get to that stage that Betty's got to. I ask exactly that. What's it pressing on at the top? Because at some point there's gas pressure. It doesn't matter how gradiated you make it.
Hey, QE, is a gas container sealed or open?
But if the container is not sealed, the gas will escape. But if the container is not sealed, the gas will escape. But if the container is not sealed, the gas will escape. Number one, where's the container? And it better be a sealed container. And it better be a sealed container. And it better be a sealed container surrounding the earth, because the gas is going to escape. This is simple.
You seem to have a problem, Nathan. I think I just proved that you're lying about your position. You guys said all along that gas pressure could not exist unless it was in a sealed container. And only after I showed you that you were wrong about that did you change your tune. Now, Nathan, I think it's time for you to be a big boy and admit that you're just wrong about this. Gas pressure most certainly does exist in an open system. It exists right here on Earth in the form of our atmosphere, and gravity is what causes it. Look, our atmosphere is a perfect example of how gravitational acceleration can hold gas molecules near the surface and produce the pressure gradient we observe and live in. That's the formula that's the barometric formula you see on the screen. And in an upcoming video, we're going to derive that formula from first principles. It involves a little math, but it's not really difficult math. And I think it'll be fun to do that. In the meantime, Nathan, why don't you guys come up with any proof whatsoever of a flat stationary Earth? You've yet to show a thing. You've got nothing. I think that's enough insults for one day, folks. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons down there. And there's a link to the Patreon account for Blue Marble. And I'll tell you what, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Gladys, we're out of here.